everyone, I'm Laura Gallatin, lead medical assistant for our clinic. I'm here with all the medical assistant staff and admin staff. We're here to just touch base about sex and gender and what that means to our clinic and our diverse population culture here at the clinic. I'd like to start off by identifying what sex means. Sex is the hormonal, anatomical um, difference between women and men. Gender is a social and concept. It refers to the roles and behaviors that society has identified with boys and girls, women and men, and our gender diverse culture. One of the reasons we're having this conversation where it runs aground is the lack of knowledge to sex and gender and what that entails for our client population. Under state and federal laws, it is illegal to treat people differently in the care with healthcare professionals and insurance companies and our staff. It's ethically and morally wrong as well, too. So when it comes to treating a patient that is identified as being male and they were um, categorized as a female, um, we need to honor and respect that identity of that patient. So if it's John instead of Sue, we identify with John as being the patient, but we still have to take care of Sue, who has the anatomy of a female, and we have to respect that and take care of that. And the way we do that is to do yearly screenings as if they still had all their women parts. So a pap smear if needed, or mammogram if that's still needed as well. Um, we don't treat them any different other than we socialize or respect their identity as being John. So if John calls up and says, I need to get a pap smear, we don't argue with John on the phone because we identify him as male. We don't say, no, John, you don't need a pap smear. We say, John, if that's what you need, then that's what we'll provide for you. Um, we've had scenarios here at our clinic where front desk staff have repeatedly denied John, for example, a PAP because they know him as John. Well, John doesn't have the anatomy of John as of yet, and we need to respect that by giving him what he wants and the care he deserves, not argue with him and tell him, oh no, John, you can't have a PAP, because he does. He needs a PAP. And so we need to do that. We need to honor that and be respectful of that and give that to him. Um, Even Dr. Smith, who has a hard time with gender diversity, is having a hard time giving John a PAP. Well, we need to be respectful of that, and I believe that a provider needs to be open-minded and grounded and diverse in the culture that they help and take care of. My second scenario would be that a female transgendering into, or a male transgendering into a female, we would still have to do a prostate exam, a testicular exam as well. They both need colonoscopies at some point in their life at 50 or older. Um, but essentially, we need to respect the identity they believe that they are. And in the same sense, we need to take accountability for their needs as far as management of their health their well-being and their identity. Another thing we need to respect too, why we're on the topic of transgender and what that means to our clinic and our diverse population, is that we also have people coming in with partners that are the same sex, and respecting their desire to have that partner in the room with them, um, and making them feel comfortable with having that partner in there, um, as if it was a spouse, or it is a spouse, or the way we would treat a heterosexual couple, and how we would treat that spouse of the heterosexual couple the same as if in the partner role. And those barriers seem to still be present. I've seen them here at the clinic sometimes. Um, but we're all people, and we all have a goal in mind, and that's to maintain health of the people that are in front of us, and treat them as such and respect them. Um, Policies have gone in place to abide by um, these new cultural differences, uh, and we need to respect them and acknowledge them. And the lack of these differences will make our patients go elsewhere to find care and find somebody that is more accepting, more open, and more knowledgeable about their needs. And we don't want that. We want them to feel happy and grateful, and that they're cherished and appreciated for who they are and who they identify as being. Um, Procedures would greatly improve the care that we give to these patients, or all patients. I feel that all of these are important concepts and ideas. I welcome any feedback that you can give me in regards to what kind of procedures or policies that we should put in place to help our next employees come on board. Um, and thank you for joining me today.